Yeah. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Oh, sometimes I just want to pick up that guitar and just play a little ditty. You know what I mean? Just, I don't know. I love this guitar. There's something so nice about this. You know what? Someone said change the name of my podcast. Stop copying Tim. And I'm not copying Tim. I'm doing my own thing. I mean, it's truly Adamcast. This is me in real life. That's how I do it. You know what I'm saying? Copying Tim. I mean, I'm paying homage. Tim did help me get to where I am. I'm not trying to deny anything. I'm not trying to erase the past of what happened. Like, I'm grateful. I'm never going to give that up. Why should I let go of that? Why are you going to turn it into something negative? I'm trying to stay positive. I'm trying to be, I'm trying to be optimistic. That's the key. We got to be optimistic. Stop being so negative. So, no, I'm not going to change the name of my channel. I think the channel works. I think the name of the channel is good. It's Adamcast. It's my thing. Yeah, so don't worry about it. I'm good. Well, thanks for showing up anyway, though, That's, that's... So listen, today I only have a special guest. We were gonna be talking about the Federalist Papers, but we're gonna have to postpone that because the person who was gonna come and talk to me was unable to get here in time. So that's all right. We're gonna push it back. I got some cool stuff. We're gonna talk about the Department of Justice labeling some cities some anarchist cities. Pretty interesting. Also kind of hilarious. Also kind of sad. And then we're gonna talk about the moon, like how that actually came to be. I have some theories on how it was and some other stuff, and NASA found some new evidence, so we're going to go over. And then we're going to talk about how Microsoft bought Bethesda and ZeniMax and what that means for the future. It's going to be really interesting. With me today, though, I have a special guest. How you doing, Mr. Salty Bear? Hello, Mr. Salty Bear. Thank you very much for joining me today. Oh, you're welcome. It's very nice to be here. Yep. Thank you very much, Salty. It is such a pleasure. What's funny? Chat has been asking for you to come join me on the show, so it's really great that you were able to come and join me. Oh yes, of course, it's a big pleasure of mine. It's great to be here and talk about things. Wonderful. All right, so that's great. So I have Salty Bear with me. He's going to be hanging out, and it's really nice to have such a powerful, popular guest. It's incredible, and people have actually been asking for proof of life. So I'm proud to at least bring that to the viewers who clearly needed to know what was going on. And, so I'm just glad you're here with us today and to prove that you're okay. And here he is again, just Mr. Salty Bear. Ah! No. I see some people in chat saying I've lost it. Maybe I have, but I'm having fun. So, I mean, and that's the key, right? It's just to have fun. Anyway, let's get into this, right? So, all right. So today we're going to talk about the Department of Justice. This is really interesting. So the Department of Justice identifies New York City, Portland, and Seattle as jurisdictions permitting violence and destruction of property. Thank you, DoJ. Thank you. Finally, we've all been thinking it. The general population has been thinking exactly this, and sure enough, you finally came out and released this. So this is from this morning. They released this. Identification is response to presidential memorandum reviewing federal funding to state and local governments that are permitting anarchy, violence, and destruction in American cities. The U.S. Department of Justice today identified the following 3 jurisdictions that have permitted violence and destruction of property to persist and have refused to undertake reasonable measures to counteract criminal activities: New York City, Portland, Oregon, and Seattle, Washington. The Department of Justice is continuing to work to identify jurisdictions that meet the criteria set out in President's memorandum and will periodically update the list of selected jurisdictions as required therein. The list was published on the Department of Justice's website today in response to President Trump's memorandum of September 2nd, 2020, entitled Memorandum of Reviewing Funding to State and Local Government Recipients, whatever, that are permitting anarchy, violence, and destruction in American cities. When state and local leaders impede their own law enforcement officers and agencies from doing their job, it endangers innocent citizens who deserve to be protected, including those who are trying to peacefully assemble and protest, said Attorney General William P. Barr. We cannot allow federal tax dollars to be wasted when the safety of the citizenry hangs in the balance. It is my hope that the cities identified by the Department of Justice today will reverse course and become serious about performing the basic function of government and start protecting their own citizens. Boom! That is what I'm talking about. Thank you, General Barr. Attorney General Barr coming out strong. This is exactly what I've been saying, what we've been talking about for months now. You know, it's like these cities are ridiculous, what they're allowing to have happen. And then sure enough, they turn around and blame the president for it, right? I mean, see, Salty Bear's super upset about it. You can see it in his eyes. He's clearly upset. So then they list a criteria for evaluating each city is below. Whether a jurisdiction forbids the police force from intervening to restore peace amid widespread or sustained violence or destruction. Whether a jurisdiction has withdrawn law enforcement protection from a geographical area or structure that law enforcement officers have lawfully entitled to access but have been officially prevented from accessing or permitted to access in only in exceptional circumstances, except when law enforcement officers are briefly withheld as a tactical decision intended to resolve safely and expeditiously a specific and ongoing unlawful incident posing an imminent threat to safety of individuals or law enforcement officers. Whether a jurisdiction disempowers or defunds police departments. Whether a jurisdiction unreasonably refuses to accept offers of law enforcement assistance from federal government. Any other related factors the Attorney General deems appropriate. Wow. I mean, we've literally seen, Chicago should be on this list too, because they denied federal support. They were like, nah, Lightfoot was like, we don't want your help at all, President Trump. Get out of here. And sure enough, the crime rate skyrocketed, homicide skyrocketed. Now here they list all these different stats. I'm going to get into it. Let's see. New York City. Shootings in New York City have been on the rise since looting and protests began on or about May 28th, 2020. For July 2020, shootings increased from 88 to 244, an increase of 177% over July 2019. In August 2020, shootings increased from 91 to 242, a 166 increase over August 2019. While the city faced increased unrest, gun violence, and property damage, the New York City Council cut $1 billion from New York FY21's budget. The budget resulted in the cancellation of the new police recruiting class, cuts to overtime spending, and the transfer of certain police functions, including school safety, out of the NYPD. Meanwhile, the Manhattan and Brooklyn district attorneys have declined to prosecute charges of disorderly conduct and unlawful assembly arising from the protests. And the district attorney in Queens and Bronx have declined to prosecute other protest-related charges. Both Mayor de Blasio and Governor Cuomo have forcibly rejected federal law enforcement support. Wow. Clearly they're doing the wrong thing, right? Now, before I get into Oregon and Seattle, or Portland and Seattle, I want to cut over to this article. This is from the New York Post. A massive F. Cuomo and de Blasio mural was painted on a Brooklyn street. Now, this is, are they not going to show it? There was a Passover. I don't know what this is, but here it is. This is, they wrote F. Cuomo and de Blasio. Like, it looks like it's about 1 block long. Hilarious. People in Brooklyn are clearly pissed. They're fed up. Let's say the writing's on the wall road. Fed up New Yorkers painted a massive stretch of Brooklyn blacktop with the message F Cuomo and de Blasio over the weekend in the vein of Hisner's Black Lives Matter art, only for the city to quickly scrub the statement, of course, because they jump to spend money on things that, fit their narrative and cancel whatever isn't in their narrative. The not-so-subtle shout-out to Governor Andrew Cuomo and Mayor Bill de Blasio, went up around 1 a.m. Saturday on North 15th Street between Wythe Avenue and Banker Street in Williamsburg during the waning hours of the annual block party, which this year doubled as a small business owner protest. Nicely done, small business owners. A few partygoers got the idea to paint in huge letters using yellow paint with rollers from North 15th, F. Cuomo and de Blasio. An attendee said on Sunday, refusing to be identified by name, and the party continues, and everybody took photos. Cheers to you, whoever painted you unidentified attendee for the rightful protest, for the small business owner protest that was happening in Williamsburg. Hilarious. Bravo. Very, very nicely played. So so that was just New York. So it was just interesting how, of course, de Blasio and Cuomo denied support from federal law enforcement. They could have had it. So let's get into the rest of them. Portland, here we go. This month, Portland marks 100 consecutive nights of protests marred by vandalism, chaos, and even killing. Those bent on violence regularly started fires, threw projectiles at law enforcement officers, and destroyed property. Numerous law enforcement officers, among others, suffered injuries. Shooting increased by more than 140% in June and July 2020 compared to the same time period last year. In the midst of this violence, the Portland City Council cut $15 million from the police bureau, eliminating 84 positions. Crucially, the cuts included the Gun Violence Reduction Team, which investigates shootings, and several positions from the police team that responds to emergency incidents. In August, Portland Mayor Wheeler and police chief sent a letter to President Trump expressively rejecting the administration's offer of federal law enforcement to stop these violent protests. I just don't understand it. It's nuts. Over 100 nights. And then here we are in Seattle. For nearly a month, starting in June, the city of Seattle permitted anarchists and activists to seize 6 square blocks of the city's Capitol Hill neighborhood, naming their new enclave Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone, also known as Chaz. And then Chop, whatever. It's Chaz. It will forever be Chaz. And it's hilarious. Can't believe that actually happened. Law enforcement and firefighters were precluded from entering the territory. The Seattle Police Department was ordered to abandon their precinct within Chaz. Person-related crime in Chaz increased 525% in the same period of time in the same area the year before, including the Mayor Durkin's own count, 2 additional homicides, 6 additional robberies, and 16 additional aggravated assaults, to include 2 additional non-fatal shootings. 525% increase. That is insane. I haven't even seen that number yet. Wow. Chaz was allowed to stand for nearly a month, during which time two teenagers were shot and killed in the zone. The Seattle City Councilor, Mayor Durkin, and Washington Governor Jay Inslee publicly rejected federal involvement in the law enforcement activities within the city of Seattle. This is ridiculous. I mean, I am so annoyed and fed up with these Democratic leaders blaming Trump, telling him to F off. We're doing our own thing. You can't tell us what to do. But then when people start getting killed, it's your fault. It's your fault for doing this. So I'm not pointing at you, Trumpy Bear. No, don't give me that look. All right. Look, he's a little upset that I was pointing in his direction. All right, I'll point this way. I'm sick of these people doing this and whatever. It's ridiculous. I can't believe it. And honestly, I'm just happy that the Department of Justice is bringing the justice. You know, you gotta give it up to William Barr, man. He really is bringing the hammer down on all this kind of stuff, because this is ridiculous. This kind of stuff needs to end. You know, now we have this whole argument with Ruth Bader Ginsburg happening and whether or not they should fill the seat. You know, look back 16 years ago, and it's or not 16, I'm sorry, in 2016, 4 years ago, the whole situation was flipped around. Everyone is saying literally the exact opposite of what they're saying now. If you were a Democrat before, now you're saying what the Republicans were saying then. It's and vice versa. Everyone's like, nothing makes sense anymore. So it's really pissing me off. Everyone needs to get their story straight, stand with their convictions, follow the law. Is it that hard to do that? So super frustrating. Can't believe that. Oh man. Oh, chat, you're crazy. I see some crazy questions going on in chat. I don't understand. But yes, fill the seat. We need to fill the seat. Yes, thank you, Trumpy Bear. Trumpy Bear, or Salty Bear, Salty the Trumpy Bear completely agrees with me. Thank you. Right? Yes, I know. Yeah. Exactly. Yes. Thank you. Right? If we all could just listen to Salty here, we would all get along. Life would be easier. Be optimistic. Think about the future, not about the past. Stop yelling at each other. So I've got a really interesting article we're going to go over tomorrow, actually, that it's going to be good. It's basically explaining how most of us are the same. It's what I've been talking about for a long time, so I'm pretty interested to talk about that. I kind of threw together today's show because I was going to do something different. I was going to talk about the Federalist Papers, but my guest that was going to come and join me and talk about it wasn't able to come. So I just kind of threw this together. Luckily, I had Salty Bear with me. Oh, I'm being told by my producer, Captain Ploney, Salty's mic is too low. There's nothing I could do about it. Unfortunately, he doesn't speak. He is actually just a stuffed doll, bear. So I have realized that is the case. That's totally fine with me. So next, let's talk about how the moon formed. Now, there's a bunch of different ideas. There's different theories that have happened, and I have the top 5. We're going to go over the top 5, and then I'm going to talk about what NASA has recently just come out with. This is from a few days ago, September 17th. But let's get into how the moon formed. These are the 5 top theories, okay? The first one is a captured moon, okay? Now, this is some researchers suggest that the moon may have originally formed elsewhere, perhaps even around another planet, such as Venus, before being grabbed by Earth's gravitational pull. Other worlds may have gained moons in this manner. For example, Phobos and Deimos, the 2 tiny satellites of Mars, are thought to be captured asteroids. The capture idea isn't really an origin theory, of course. It just concerns how the moon came to orbit Earth. And it has some major problems, the most serious of which is the geochemical similarities between Earth and Moon. The 2 bodies have nearly identical oxygen isotope ratios, suggesting that they formed from the same pool of raw material. The next is fission. Another idea apparently thought up by Charles Darwin's son, George, in the 19th century, posits that the material that formed the moon was ejected into space by a molten, fast-spinning Earth in the very early days of the solar system. Most scientists discount this fission hypothesis, saying that Earth could not have been spinning fast enough to expel a huge blob of rock. But one 2010 study suggests that the natural nuclear explosion set up by superconcentration of radioactive elements may have provided the kick to dislodge a moon-sized piece of Earth into orbit. The next is co-formation. It's also possible that the moon formed alongside Earth 4.5 billion years ago, coalescing from gas and dust in the same part of our solar system's protoplanetary disk. While these hypotheses can account for the isotopic similarities between Earth and the Moon, it falls short in many ways. It cannot explain the higher angular momentum of the Earth-Moon system, for example, or why the Moon has such a small iron core compared to that of our planet. The next is colliding planetesimals. That's fun to say. Some scientists have suggested that the moon condensed from the debris produced when planetesimals, the building blocks that grew into Earth, Mars, and other full-fledged planets, slamming into each other shortly after the solar system formed. little evidence supports this theory, which also cannot explain the geochemical similarities between Earth and its natural satellite. Next is a giant impact. The leading theory of the moon's formation posits that it coalesced from the material blasted into space when a planet-sized body slammed into the newly formed Earth around 4.4 billion years ago. One variant of this idea holds that the impactor, dubbed Theia, was about the size of Mars. Another version, introduced in 2012, suggests that both the impactor and the target, the proto-Earth, were about 50% as massive as Earth today. When the giant impact hypothesis continues to be tweaked and refined, it does the best job of explaining the moon's composition and orbit, most scientists say. For example, the theory predicts a small iron core for the moon, since it would have formed primarily from the mantles of the impactor and early Earth, both which lacked iron, which had already been concentrated deep in the core. So that actually has a lot to do with what NASA has brought in. And here's actually, is it the exact same picture? It is. They literally used the same picture from that theory, from that website from a few years ago. Let me see when this is from 2014. So this is from September 17th, a couple days ago. And they used the same image. And let's read about it. So NASA finds evidence two early planets collided to form the moon. When we see the moon in the night sky, it looks so old that it seems to have always been there. But how did the moon originally form? These findings from a new NASA lunar rock study provides evidence for a theory that the moon was created after another planet smashed into a young molten Earth billions of years ago. There is a huge difference between modern elemental makeups of Earth and moon, and we wanted to know why, said NASA planetary scientist Justin Simone. Now we know that the moon was very different from the start, and it's probably because of the giant impact theory. Simon and graduate fellow Tony Gargano, both from the agency's Astromaterials Research and Exploration Science Division at Johnson Space Center in Houston, led the research and recently published the results in the journal Proceedings of National Academy of Sciences. I did it. All right, there we go. The giant impact. So we just went over it, but I'll read what they have written here. Scientists have proposed many ideas for how the moon has been formed. The leading contender, the giant impact theory, speculates that when Earth was young and just beginning to form, it was hit by another emerging planet named Theia, located nearby. The collision caused both planets to temporarily splatter apart in globs of gas, magma, and chemical elements before reforming into the bodies we know today to be Moon and Earth. The research by Simon and Gargano is adding support that further confirms this theory. A new look at something old. So I guess they get into it here. Simon and Gargano and their research team found evidence for the collision theory when they were conducting a study to understand the significant differences in chemical composition between Earth and Moon rocks. The lunar samples came from rocks gathered 50 years ago by the Apollo missions and saved for research in the future, when new techniques and tools would be available. The researchers zeroed in on looking at the amount and types of chlorine found in the rocks. They chose chlorine because it is a volatile element, meaning it vaporizes at relatively low temperatures, and tracking it is helpful for understanding planetary formation. Chlorine exists in two abundant and stable forms, light and heavy. The terms heavy and light are used to describe chemicals which have variations in their atomic structure, also called isotopes. What they found is that the moon's rocks contain a higher concentration of heavy chlorine, whereas Earth rocks are richer in light chlorine. Heavy chlorine has a tendency to resist change and stay put, but light chlorine is more reactive and responsive to forces. In the giant impact model, both the Earth and the Moon blobs initially contained a mix of heavy and light chlorines. But as the planets came back together, the larger Earth dominated the unfolding process, processes and drew the lighter, easily vaporized chlorine to itself, leaving the moon depleted of light chlorine and other more easily evaporated elements. According to the measurements the scientists took, this is exactly what appears to have happened. As a sort of a cross-check, Simon and Gargano analyzed the rock samples for differences in other elements that are part of the same family of chemicals as chlorine, called the halogens. They saw this family of more easily evaporated elements were lost from the moon. However, they didn't see a pattern of differences among the halogen chemicals that might have caused by something that happened a later time between the Earth and Moon. This means that the moon's lighter chlorine composition and relative halogen abundances must have been set at the very beginning. The chlorine loss from the moon likely happened during a high energy and heat event, which points to the giant impact theory, says Gargano. All right, well, yep, we're almost done here. I just wanted to make sure. Opportunity meets experience. Gargano is a PhD student at the University of New Mexico and led the study as a member of NASA's Graduate Fellowship Program. The program offers Gargano unique access to funding, materials, labs, and most importantly, mentoring expertise only available through NASA. It's been incredibly beneficial to me because I get to see the inner workings of NASA and learn how world-class researchers determine how to best tackle scientific work and related issues, says Gargano. Gargano has been working closely with Simone, which is an expert on planetary chemistry, and using devices called mass spectrometers to determine the composition of cosmic substances, such as asteroids and lunar rocks. Simon and his team developed the complex technical approaches the study needs for getting the most accurate halogen measurements from the rock samples. Many previous lunar studies have looked at chlorine inside a specific mineral called apatite, but we developed a way to measure chlorine throughout the rock, which gives us a more complete story, said Simon. Gargano is advised by Professor Zachary Sharp, who is a co-author of the study and pioneer of chlorine cosmic chemistry. The research team also includes NASA's Wayne Buckley, Apollo Next Generation Sample Analysis co-lead Chip Shearer, and world-renowned scientist Sir Alex Halliday. So this is really interesting. So it really does seem that they're proving the giant impact theory for the formation of the moon. So I've always been curious about the moon, you know? I mean, we're bound to the moon is bound to us rather, and you know, it shifts our tides, and we're, you know, the term lunatic, it's a literal meaning, lunatic. So these people go crazy when it's a full moon because when it's full, it has the strongest power. Now I don't know if that's true or not, but there is a statistic that says police chiefs put more cops out on the beat when it's a full moon because lunatics are a real thing. You know, people actually get a little cuckoo when it's a full moon out there. So I don't know. I like that kind of stuff. It's really interesting. So we'll see. I mean, they technically they haven't really proven it per se because it still feels like they're potentially I don't know. They're still working on it. What's that, Salty Bear? Yep. Oh, did you? Yeah, you had something to say? No. This guy, he's hilarious. All right, so next we're going to talk about this interesting thing. This is, man, I mean, I don't know how many gamers are out there. I have a feeling there's a many of my viewers that are gamers. And this is interesting. Microsoft is buying Bethesda and ZeniMax. This is a huge deal. Not only is it a huge deal, it's a lot of money. $7.5 billion in cash, mind you. This is pretty insane. So let's here I have an article from Bloomberg, and they talk about it. Microsoft to buy Bethesda for $7.5 billion to boost Xbox. It's not really surprising. Let's get into it. Microsoft Core said Monday it plans to acquire ZeniMax Media Inc., owner of the storied video game publisher Bethesda Softworks, for $7.5 billion in cash, marking its biggest video game purchase ever. Bethesda is the publisher of games like The Elder Scrolls, Doom, and Fallout, and also has at least 2 other titles slated for debut next year. ZeniMax, based in Rockville, Maryland, owns several other studios across the globe, giving Microsoft's Xbox business a much-needed infusion of titles and game developers. It's one of the biggest privately held game companies with 2,300 employees worldwide, Microsoft says. The latest in Elder Scrolls series has sold more than 20 million copies. That would be Skyrim, making it among the top-selling games of all time. It is a really amazing guy, actually. And here's a quote. With the acquisition of Bethesda, we metaphorically and literally double our gaming content capacity, said Microsoft Chief Executive Officer Satya Nadella in an interview. Microsoft is launching a new generation of Xbox consoles in November at the same time as Sony Core PlayStation 5. The games lined up for the new Xbox have so far disappointed some players, especially after Microsoft's delayed its biggest title, Halo Infinite, until next year. The software maker has been adding new game creators and content, spending $2.5 billion to purchase the maker of Minecraft in 2014 and acquiring 6 studios in 2018 and 1 last year. Microsoft is leaning on its game subscription service, Game Pass, to draw in users and boost revenue, and needs compelling content to attract customers to that product. Microsoft said Game Pass now has 15 million subscribers, up from 10 million when it announced in April. It's a big upgrade. Bethesda's games have always had a special place on Xbox with the hearts of millions of gamers around the world, said Xbox chief Phil Spencer in a blog post. Our teams have a close and storied history working together. Recently, however, Bethesda has been working more tightly with Sony. Bethesda had previously agreed to debut 2 of its upcoming games, Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo, on Sony's new PlayStation rather than Xbox. Both games were announced as timed console exclusives, meaning that they would be restricted to the PlayStation 5 for a fixed period of time before coming to Xbox. Microsoft will keep to that commitment, Spencer said in an interview. Future games like Starfield will be available on Xbox, PC, and Microsoft's Game Pass video game service. And this is an interesting quote right here. Quote, "We'll take other consoles on a case-by-case basis," says Spencer. Now, I just want to delve into that line right now, because what that's saying is, I mean, they said other consoles, and what other consoles are there? PS5. I mean, okay, yeah, we got Nintendo, but Nintendo is not the next generation. Like, is Nintendo coming out with something new? I'm not really sure what their plan is. You know, I know the Switch is a thing, but what I think is going to happen, Elder Scrolls 6 is going to come out. It's going to be for PlayStation 5 as well. They're not going to restrict it. And even if it is, I'm not going to buy an Xbox. I just got an awesome computer. I see a bunch of people in chat going, PC is the master race. I agree. I'm really happy about my computer. It's fantastic. I have all these games. I could still play with a bunch of other friends of mine. So, and as they say here, the games will be available for Xbox, PC, and then, of course, Microsoft's Game Pass video game service, which I'm assuming is for Xbox. I don't really understand how that works out. But let's keep reading it, though. Nadella said Microsoft may consider releasing games on other platforms in the future. When we think about strategy, whether it's in gaming or any other part of Microsoft, each layer has to stand on its own for what it brings. When we talk about our content, we want our content to be broadly available. Exactly. They're going to cut off half of the gamers out there. I mean, the whole thing about exclusive games, honestly, to me, is kind of silly. I want to be able to play with my friends that play Xbox. Now, I get it. Halo was on Xbox. Destiny, that Bungie created Destiny for PlayStation, so they have their own versions of it. But now, if you have a computer, you can play anything, literally anything and everything. So, I don't know. I'm not sure if this move that they're doing is going to have the impact that they want it to have. I think that they want to boost Xbox sales. I think that they're saying that they've, we got what, 2 months until Xbox comes out and PS5 comes out. So now all this buzz around, oh man, Elder Scrolls 6, is it going to come out on Xbox only? Is PS5 going to even get it at all? I think it doesn't matter. I think I have a PlayStation 5 coming. I pre-ordered it, so I'm going to have fun. Demon's Souls alone looks so beautiful that I can't wait to play it on that system. And I will. I'm going to be streaming it too on my Twitch channel. Here I've got, this is from Pete Hines. He's one of the heads over at Bethesda. And, he's talking about why Microsoft is the perfect fit. And, he gives a little bit of a backstory. Let's see. Here we go. So why the change? Because it allows us to make better games going forward. Microsoft is an incredible partner and offers access to resources that will make us a better publisher and developer. We believe that means better games for you to play. Simply put, we believe that change is an important part of getting better. We believe in pushing ourselves to be better, to innovate, to grow. No, you need the money, Bethesda. Fallout 76 bombed. I got it, and I was super disappointed. Most people were super bummed about it. Then you came out with, I forget the name of that app. Oh, I have it right here. I like pre-ordered it. I was super excited about it. Blades. Did anyone play Blades? It was fun, but then it was boring. But then these in-app purchases, Fallout Shelter, in-app purchases, like that kind of model, it is, I don't want to say noobish, but it feels desperate. Fallout 4 was amazing. Actually, they didn't make Fallout New Vegas, did they? Fallout 4 was incredible. It was an amazing game. I really enjoyed it. Skyrim. I mean, look at the Elder Scrolls games. They're amazing, all of them. Now I'm worried about the next Elder Scrolls game, because if it turns out something like Fallout 76, I'm worried. I'm worried. Yeah, Blades. Now a bunch of people are talking about Blades. It's kind of fun, but it's so blah. Just like Fallout 76 was blah. I got to give it up to them though. Doom Eternal was amazing. It's one of the cleanest, crispiest, like buttery games that I've played in a long time. Kind of like how Destiny has a really good, solid gameplay. The gameplay of Destiny 2 is incredible. They did that with Doom Eternal. So I do have high hopes for what they're going to be doing in the future. But if it only comes out with Xbox, I'm not an Xbox player anymore. I'm a PC gamer. All of my friends are on PlayStation. I don't have any of my friends are on Xbox anymore. And anyone that did play Xbox with me, I mean, I owned an Xbox. I played Halo 1, Morrowind, which was an exclusive for Xbox. I didn't get the Xbox just for Morrowind, but I ended up playing so much Morrowind. That might have been my favorite Elder Scrolls game. It was incredible. But then we talk about how they actually talk about Morrowind. I don't know if I actually have this here. Actually, yeah. So this is Todd Howard, another person over at Bethesda. They're talking about Morrowind here, and I don't know where it actually says it, but in this somewhere they talk about how it was a group of people working at the company. It was like all in one room. That's love. They were doing it out of love. You play Morrowind and you're like, wow, they really loved this game. They really put work into it, and it was so exciting and it was new. I mean, I really enjoyed Skyrim. I played Oblivion also. It was incredible. But Morrowind, I felt it's almost like comparing Diablo 1 to Diablo 3. They just forgot about the gameplay. There's this push to like, the IP is so has sold a lot. So let's just slap, paint another, Elder Scrolls 6. I'm so worried that that's what's going to happen. They're going to be like, all right, this is what people want, but then they're going to lose all the lore, the cool, history of what they've done with Elder Scrolls. So, man, so we'll see. I mean, this just happened today, and I mean, it is a huge deal. How much was it? How much did they buy it for? $7.5 billion in cash. $7.5 billion in cash. That's nuts. You know, now people are talking about, oh, PlayStation better step up. Now they're going to have to try to get GTA 6 as an exclusive, and people are posting up articles that may or may not be fake. I don't know if they're real or not, but of course people have high hopes for PlayStation to do something, you know, to step up their game. Like they need to get some sort of crazy GTA 6 being on PlayStation 5 exclusive would be bonkers. But why would Rockstar limit them to only half of the audience of gamers out there? If you think about it, there has been this Microsoft versus Sony, you know, PlayStation versus Xbox, and half and half. Like, why wouldn't a company want to sell all their games to every one of them, you know? And I think that's what's going to happen. So my bet, this is what I think is going to happen. They bought Bethesda. They're going to release it on their own software first. It might be like a 6-month thing, but then when we talk about the new Elder Scrolls, if it has any sort of in-app purchase at all, it's going to be on all platforms. I think it's sad if that's going to be the case, but we'll see. You know, I don't know. I think this is something that is kind of they're trying to shake it up. They're trying to make a difference, because I think they're sweating. PlayStation 5 looks beautiful. You know, Xbox, I mean, it looks good too. I mean, the new systems really are pretty incredible. I'm more inclined to get the PlayStation. I did pre-order it. I have it coming, and I'm going to be doing an unboxing video, and I'm going to be streaming Demon's Souls when it comes out. I'm really excited to replay that game because I don't really remember it. I played it when it first came out, and I fell in love with the Souls series. And then, of course, I've played and beat every single one since. So I'm actually streaming Dark Souls 1 right now on my Twitch channel. Not literally right now, but when I do go live on Twitch, I've been bouncing between playing with my homies and playing Dark Souls 1, the remastered version. Incredible game. So I don't know if you have seen what the PlayStation 5 can do, but and even the Xbox, the new Xbox. I mean, all of them. They both look incredible. I want cross-platform. Why can't we have cross-platform? Let's do that. Can we just drop you can only play with your friends that are on PlayStation? Every single gamer I know wants to play with their friends. Let's do that. Open it up. We can do that, please. Can we please just open it up so my friends who play on Xbox can play with my friends that play on PlayStation? And me on PlayStation can play against Xbox. Now, I understand having a computer is a little bit of an unfair advantage because the mouse and keyboard is a little different. I've been playing with a mouse and keyboard, and it is way easier to aim. It's almost unfair, you know. And then, of course, you bring in the mods and the ability to add other programs that help you play games. It can be kind of broken. So Xbox and PlayStation, if they're going to stay the console route, let's bring them together, right? Come on. That's really what we need. We need unity. We need to bring everyone together. And obviously now I'm talking way more than just games. But let's talk about games. We're talking about games. Let's at least bring that together. You know, I see someone in the chat saying that online should be free. Yeah, I mean, you got to understand how much it takes to create servers, run servers, and be able to maintain security. Granted, there has been breaches in the past. You know, I know personally, I've been a part of the PlayStation Plus for a long time, and I remember when they got breached. Maybe it was 9 years ago, 10 years ago. I don't really remember exactly when, but that's happened. But that's kind of security is part of what you're paying for. So I don't know. I'm happy that I bought a gaming PC. A streaming PC. I'm streaming on my new computer right now, but I mean, I got fairly top of the line stuff. I have a really nice motherboard that I can upgrade like crazy if I wanted to. I don't even need to, but I'm trying to get the new 3080. what I forget the name of the graphics card that just came out, but it was sold out immediately, of course, because of COVID, and everything's made in China, and everything's backed up now. So I'm lucky to have been able to get a PlayStation 5. I think I can't believe it that actually happened. So before I get into super chats, listen, do me a favor, smash that like button for me. I'm riding solo today. I'm having a good time anyway. You know what? I have a good time. That's all about having a good time. I want everyone to have a good time. So thanks for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate all of you. Smash that like button, like and subscribe. And if you hit the join button, you can become a member and help me out, support my channel as I continue to grow with you all and do my thing here. Yes, the RTX 3080. That's exactly what I want. And I really want it. I want that. And I will have it eventually once I am able to get a copy of it. My goodness, it's sold out everywhere. Yes, someone's saying that bots have bought them up. I think that's the case. And I even think that's the case with the PS5. I think that's the case with almost anything online now, because that's the problem. No one, it's like people just want to buy out all the stuff and resell for higher prices. It's crazy. So, and you know what? Share these videos. Share my channel. Share everything that I'm doing. It really does help me out and spread the word, the good word of my whatever I'm doing here. You know what I mean? I'm just having a good time. So let's do this. Justin Ball says, did you see the NYPD article about the New York City cop who was serving as a Chinese spy? No. Trumpy, did you hear this? Salty says he did not hear about this. I don't know. That's pretty insane. Mark Robershaw says, why even buy a console at this point when most if not every game is going to PC, especially X-Fridge and Speaker Box? When you gonna run for office, or are you chicken? When am I gonna run for office? Oh man, I don't know. I feel like you got to commit to that 100%. I'm trying to write a new album. I got this beautiful guitar here, and I got this new computer I just bought to stream for all you and talk about the goings of what's happening. So I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe I will one day. It's not that I'm chicken. I have a lot on my plate, And you do make a good point. Why even buy a console? My friend hit me up today. He's like, "Oh man, the new Elder Scrolls is going to be on Xbox. Why should I even do that?" And I was like, don't buy an Xbox. Just buy a computer. Because I knew he was already thinking about buying a computer. Shout out to my homie Josh. He actually joins me on Twitch when we play 7 Days to Die. And he needs a new computer anyway. Why spend the money on an Xbox when all the good games are coming out for PC? I'm starting to really believe this PC master race thing. Like, computers are the future. And they're modular. I built this thing myself, so I could swap things. I could swap stuff out. Super easy. And Yoder says, I totally agree with you, Adam. Love the show. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Definitely. Chuck Moore says, get some love. You make it a good thing. All right. Well, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. Jedi Knight Anaquin Cringewalker. Oh, Mr. Salty. This is for you. Mr. Salty Bear, how are your salt stocks doing in the recent months? Wow. Good. Congratulations. I guess he got in when there was a big, huge drop in the stock market in March or something, and must have had an inside source or something. Why didn't you hook me up? Oh, I didn't have him yet. No, right. Well, congrats. That's wonderful for you. I be ripping him. How you doing, buddy? Says, I just got out of the hospital. The doctors think I have a fart condition. I'm inclined to agree. I think that you probably do. Bruh, 3.0 says, Mr. Salty Bear, my goodness, you're getting more super chats than us. Please do your best impersonations of Adam and Tim. Hilarious. You're wrong. No. Oh, let's see here. Where were we? Oh, I just had to jump. Oh my gosh, where we go? Here we go. Citizen EJ says, remind everyone to register to vote. If you wait, you may miss your chance. I will absolutely take this time. Listen, I don't want everyone to just vote. it's not enough. You have to be politically aware. You have to be politically knowledgeable. Know who your representatives are. Know who your state representatives are. Who your city's representatives are. Your mayor. Your everything. Everybody needs to know who represents them. Who's making the laws for them. Who's teaching your kids. I mean, it goes beyond politics. Know everything about people that make decisions for your life and your children. This is super important. It's not going to end for me after November 3rd. Never. I'm going to continue going. I'm going to continue learning and knowing who my representatives are. I want to know. I want to know what kind of decisions they're making. All of us need this. All of us need to be on top of who's making those decisions. If they're making decisions you don't like, get out there and voice what is happening. It's super important. So thank you, Citizen. I 100% agree with you there. Mad Behind the Screen says, I'm happy to report I've survived being asteroided. I've never heard that term. Interesting, though. Good thing I would have missed the return of Salty Bear. Man, Salty, people are really excited to have you on the show. I should have you on the show more often. Thank you very much for joining me. I didn't know I could get him. It's a big time guest here. Luis Estrada says, Adam, did you leave Timcast because Tim told you to sit one out every time he has a guest? You argued that maybe Lydia should sit one out since she is the camera girl. He disagreed. Wink if it's true. No, I was happily to sit one out. I had that. You're not right at all. It's not something that I'm gonna ever tell the public. So, Chuck Morris says, I am in Wichita, Kansas. Can't go to work without a mask. If this is wrong, stop doing this. My goodness. Maxwell Parker, thank you for the super chat. None of your business says, please check your email, even junk, and spam for CDC flu versus COVID reporting numbers. Very enlightening. I sent the link as well as an attachment with an article. All right, I'll check it out. Hey, King Canuck says, I know you haven't seen much of me. Got burnt on news and content after Rittenhouse. Hope you've been well. I hope Microsoft makes Bethesda games less buggy. Yeah, I honestly, I think Bethesda needs a boost. I think that's what they were talking about making their games strong again. They didn't say again, but it was in parentheses. I see you, Bethesda. I see you. And good to see you again, King Canuck. Curtis, thank you for the super chat. Says, hey, Adam, keep up the good work, my man. I will do that, definitely. Lunar, thank you for the super chat. Giorgio says, posits. Posit is pronounced posits. Posits. Yeah, I was winging it. Lunar, thank you for the super chat. The moon is artificially brought here from somewhere else to propel our evolution. It's a hollow spacecraft. Look it up. No other moon has perfect eclipse ratio. Ian brought this up on Adamcast on one of the first episodes we ever had, and we've disproved it. It is not a hollow spacecraft. I would like to hear more about what you're trying to, where you got your information from. So if you have more information, hit me up, adamcastirl@gmail.com. Send me a message, and I'll look at whatever you got. I'll check it out. Maxwell Parker says, hey, I sent you an article on Instagram about a lunar landscape being built in my small Texas town of roughly 5,000 people. It's going to be in the Guinness Book of World Records for being the largest ever built. Very cool. I will absolutely try to look for that. Maxwell, do me a favor, email it to me, adamcastirl@gmail.com, and I will try to see that. Lunar again says, look up moon seismographs, spires, and lights from Apollo missions. Okay, all right. Fails Are Us says, hope I can finally see remasters of Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. Interesting. But this is what I was talking about. I mean, or maybe I didn't even talk about this. Yeah, the IPs of just bringing old games back and just milking it till it's just nothing left. I you know what? And here I am, super excited about the Demon's Souls remaster. Or it is a remaster, right? But it looks so incredibly beautifully done. It's tough. This is tough because, I want new stuff. I don't want old stuff. So it's kind of like this battle between wanting to play new games versus nostalgia. Tony Hawk Pro Skater just came out. I got it. I played it a little bit, and I was like, I'm not really into it. So I'm like, great. I bought it, and now it's like whatever. Snark Victory says, thoughts on the Final Fantasy 16 trailer. It looks really good. I played Final Fantasy 15. I thought it was fun. Final Fantasy 7 Remake is fun. I don't know. The gameplay is just so different than how the Final Fantasy games I grew up with. You know, there's just been this big, huge shift to graphics over story, and well, not even story. Actually, it's more graphics and story other than gameplay, and I don't know, there's something that I feel like there's something being lost in these newer games that are massive and you can go anywhere and do everything, and it's just, I don't know. I don't know what it is really. It's hard to put my put a pin in it, but I mean, Final Fantasy 16, it does look really cool. It kind of looks like they're really leaning into the summons. You know, like you see Ifrit and Shiva all massive and huge. And so I don't really know how it's going to be. So, but it does look pretty cool. Micah says, so I'm so ready for these flight logs. October surprise, maybe? I know. So these flight logs, if those who don't know, the Epstein flight logs have been subpoenaed, and they're supposed to be public information soon-ish. Like all of them. Anything that happens. So we're gonna see what drops there. So, and who goes scurrying into the shadows from the light that gets shined. Jab, thanks for becoming a member. I appreciate you. Not only you upgraded your membership to Disciple. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Jedi Knight Anna Quinn Cringewalker says, I just want to recommend the game Event Zero. The devs made an AI you interact with in game that progress the levels. It's pretty clever. Interesting. Okay. I wonder what kind of game it is. I'll check it out. What's the difference between Biden and Pelosi? One sniffs children, the other sniffs coke. Nice. I don't know. I don't think it's coke. I think she's on some other stuff. Did you guys see this where she was being interviewed, and then suddenly he asked her a question and she just kind of goes, "Good morning. Sunday morning. Yes." Bzz, bzz. It's like some sort of screw loose. Craziness. Superman, if he wasn't scared of green rocks. Hey, buddy. Awesome show, bud. Can you chat? You guys are awesome, as always. When you go into space, what are the top 10 movies you're going to take with you? Smash that like button. Smash the like button. Smash the like button. Let's see. Top 10 movies that I would bring with you. I mean, come on. Who are we talking about? Like, I can almost bring every single movie ever made on a zip drive that's like the size of my thumb, right? I mean, if you think about it, by the time I go to space, I could probably bring them all out. But if I had to force myself to pick 10 movies, man, that's a lot of movies. I'm gonna break it down to 5 movies. Let's see. I'll go with my guiltiest pleasures that I love watching. Sahara. Love that movie. I don't know why I love it so much. It's kind of cheesy, but awesome. Great adventure movie. Gone in 60 Seconds. Random awesome movie that I really like. The Rock. Funny enough, another Nicolas Cage movie. Whatever. Nicolas Cage is awesome. I admit it. Someone said Waterworld. That is a good one. Not on my list, though. Not on my list. Let's see. What else? Anything from Wes Anderson. Can I just put all Wes Anderson movies in one as one movie? If not, I'll do The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. Awesome movie. Really love that one. Let's see. What else? You know what? Final Fantasy VII Advent Children was really cool. I really like it because it gives some nostalgia. There's some nostalgia-ness about it. What else? Fifth Element. Fifth Element is one of my all-time faves. Stargate. Another one that I could watch forever and always. I don't know how many that is, but that's good, right? Great question, though. Great question. Let's see. Justin Aldorfer says, is Salty Bear a member of the Salty Army? Are you kidding me? Did you hear this? Oh, man. Look. They didn't mean any offense, all right? They didn't mean it. You didn't mean any offense, right? No. Oh, my goodness. All right. Look. You pissed off Salty. Of course he's part of the Salty Army. You know? Come on. I know. I told him. All right. He forgives you all. He's not upset. Mark Robertshaw says, for 7 days to get wrecked using drawbridges and spiked logs with elevated base is recommended base build. Yeah. I definitely need to upgrade the base. I'm still, honestly, I feel like I'm now into the middle of the flow of that game. It's really fun though. I really enjoy playing with my buddies. Starstream says, Google Chan Thomas, the Adam and Eve story. Oh, Chan Thomas. Check out the first site listed on results. You can read a partially despooked version released by FOIA. I don't know what that is. Interesting. I'll check it out. Akio says, how can I be a guest? Also, Microsoft bought Minecraft, and it's never been an Xbox exclusive. Exactly. They paid $3 billion more than Disney did for Star Wars. Saw you on Red Pill. He's okay. Yeah, I had a good time on Red Pill show. Red Pill 78 brought me on his show yesterday with Methods, or M3, I guess is what he goes by. Had a lot of fun. Those guys are really cool. You can go check it out on Red Pill 78's channel. Yeah, awesome. Mark Robichaud says, the moon was destroyed by Piccolo. That's, I actually really liked Piccolo. I think he might have been my favorite character from that series. Oh, Superman, thank you for upgrading your membership. Appreciate you. Bing, 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 bing. I don't have a light bulb, but I would totally light it up for you. Lamo6 says, have you ever played any Legend of Zelda games? Oh, yeah. Are you kidding me? Excuse me. It's one of the first games that I fell in love with. Super Nintendo, A Link to the Past. Someone bought my stepdad a version of it, or he bought the Super Nintendo for my stepdad. It came with that game, and it collected dust, and I wanted to play it. He wouldn't let me play it because he's like, no, it's mine. And I'm like, and then I finally just took it and set it up and played. I played it, and I loved it. I fell in love. I actually had Link's Awakening on my original Game Boy, which I still have it. I got it in 1991. I still have the big old brick Game Boy, and awesome game. I love Zelda games. I played a lot of them. Mark Robershaw again says, I prefer the magic and enchanting system in Oblivion over Skyrim. In Oblivion, you can make your own spells, bro. Oh, I forgot about that. That's cool. Yeah, you know, see, that's the thing. There's this shift between to ease of gameplay over like creation of a specific world and do stuff that's awesome, you know? So like making your own spells feels like it could be, you know, kind of difficult to code maybe, you know, but then Skyrim, it, as amazing as it is, it does feel like they're losing some magic. You know, Morrowind had some crazy magic. It was amazing. You know, Oblivion was pretty magical also, but I don't know. It didn't capture the same as Morrowind. Nicholas Aaron says, try the game Medieval Destiny or Dynasty. I actually was just looking at it. My buddy Josh said he wants to try that. Of course, it's not available for Mac, which is how he games, but it does look kind of cool. I don't know much about it. I saw it kind of looks kind of it's like a crafting game, like 7 days with no zombies, but back in the medieval times. Kind of looks fun. Hey, Montana Horseman, how you doing? Please give a get well shout out to a huge fan, Cougar Kitty, who's in the hospital today. She never misses a stream. Get well, Cougar Kitty. Well, this is a shout out to Cougar Kitty. Thank you for never missing a stream. I really appreciate it. I don't know why you're in the hospital, but I hope you're well. It never is fun to go to the hospital. Obviously, you're sick in some sense, so please feel better and get well soon. I know. Yep, Salty wanted to say a few words. Awesome. Yep. All right. So, yep. Thank you, Salty. Very kind words there. So yes, get well soon, Cougar Kitty, and thank you for watching. Nunya says, I was just thinking today about video games missing something lately. The issue is video games are increasingly polished products that are engaging but not fun. This is why a game like Fall Guys can take off so quickly. Yeah, because it's fun. I get it. People want, you know, they like competition and they like having it be fun. You know, those two things, like Fall Guys, I've never played it, but I've seen, I see what it is. It's all sorts of different games that you can, to try to be the winner. And that's amazing. That's legit. All right, let's see. Justin says, the salt must flow. Oh, yeah. Salt must flow, yes. Salty Bear agrees. Brown Bear says, Fallout New Vegas was made by Obsidian, which Microsoft now also owns. It's kind of funny because Bethesda really screwed over Obsidian when they made it, too. Interesting, yeah. All right. Mark Robershaw says, the way you say Piccolo confirms my theory that you're not human. I see you, my fellow non-human. What? Is it? It's not Piccolo? How do you say it? Chat? How do you say it? I don't know how to say Piccolo. Whatever. You know what? I'm gonna remind you all again to smash that like button. We have an incredible ratio going on right now. Seriously, you guys are the best. I can't believe how many smashes we got. We almost have as many concurrent viewers as there are likes. Let's see if we can match it. Smash it. Smash that like button and see if we can get 700 more likes going to really even it out. I love this. Let's try to do it. Jensen says, don't worry, Adam. Isn't losing it for you cannot lose that which you never had to begin with. Thank you very much for that super chat. It's a funny super chat. I'm not sure what it actually means, but it's hilarious. C. Ford says, a salty Canuck here. Enjoy your content. Peace. Thank you so much for that. So listen, I'm going to be playing on my Twitch channel, which you can follow me at Adam Crigler, or twitch.tv/Adam Crigler. Really easy to find my channel. Go help me there. I just was able to monetize it, so it's still in process of getting my subscribe button. So I'm really excited about that. So you can actually help me, move over there. I'm trying to diversify the way I'm out into the public. Piccolo is oversensitive shit poster. The second says Piccolo. You know why I say Piccolo? Because I actually have a cat. Or I had a cat once that I named Luna, and I called her Piccola Luna for Little Moon, and so I would name her Piccolai, just because I liked the way in Fifth Element, of course, to bring it back to that awesome movie that we just kind of talked about a little bit, how Lilu spoke. Piccolai, I just hear her saying it, so I actually never called my cat Luna. I would call her Piccolai. And that's what she answered by. So, I don't know, something great. Mark Robershaw again says, the new Call of Duty game I forgot to name has a crossplay with PS4, Xbox, and PC. And yes, PC has the better players. Of course they do, because mouse and keyboard it's easier to, get aim. I mean, it's just easier. Mouse, with the mouse, you're doing one fluid motion to go in almost any different direction, where you have to wait. I don't know. It's just a different kind of play style, really. Carter Banks says, hey, dude, I have a message for you as well. It's sitting in video format on at adamcrigler.com. That is not my site. I don't know whose that is. We'll definitely transfer you the domain. Just figured it'd be a more effective way to reach you. Oh, okay. So you actually have adamcrigler.com? Is that what you're telling me? Listen, Carter, if you actually do, please send me an email, adamcastirl.com. I would like to talk to you more about it. So, I would potentially like to get that from you. So thank you. And hit me up. Please do. So adamcastirl@gmail.com. Please send me an email. And I would appreciate talking to you. Mark Robershaw again says, Piccolo et brut. Or Piccolo et brut? Et bruto? I don't know what I'm saying. What am I actually saying there? So, I see someone asking where I got this cool deck art. This is from Louis. He sent this to me, and I actually am going to be making t-shirts with this design, potentially putting some skateboards out there. It's pretty dope, right? It's kind of the perfect backdrop for me because this is Adamcast. So what was that? Salty wants to skateboard. That's pretty cool. All right. I like that. All right, let's see. Anthony says, "Hey, Adam, love the show. I was wondering if you ended up moving to the new site with Tim. I haven't ended up moving with him to the new site, but I do plan on it because it's pretty incredible." Sic Semper Tyrannus says, "Shout out to my little bro, first-time gun owner, hated guns in the house until he saw the carnage from the riots." Wow. Well, shout out to his little bro for getting a gun. You know, I want to address something about that. All these first-time gun buyers. Now, I have no problems with gun owners, but I just want to say, I feel like there's this. How do I say this right? I think people are getting the wrong idea as far as being a gun owner, or like this whole idea of many people buying guns. It's not that people are going to war. They don't want to shoot people. That's not the reason they're getting guns. It's because people are beating people up. They're beating up, they're making people, people are literally getting killed. So it's a fear and people want to defend themselves. People aren't going to get guns for the idea of shooting someone, and I feel like that needs to be let go, because a lot of people, I don't know. That's been bugging me for a little while. I feel like a lot of people are getting more and more radicalized because more and more people are buying guns, thinking that the people who are buying guns now want to shoot everybody. And it's like, no, people don't want to shoot people. No one wants to shoot anyone. At least that's how I feel. Have Tome says, crime ethic. Crime ethnic. Crime ethyl. Crimeth Inc. I don't know what that is. Oh, I tried. I don't know what that means. But Mark Robershaw again says, I recommend Team 4-Star Dragon Ball Z. I don't know what that means. Do you know what that means? No? Anything? You don't have to make fun of me for it. Jeez. It's kind of you're salty. Man. Salty bear. Goodness sakes. All right, so should I play a song? I don't know. I'm just chilling. What are you guys doing? What time is it? Oh, we got 20 minutes, 15 minutes till 8. Oh, I'm definitely getting a gun. You know what kind of gun I want to get? I want to get an AR-10. AR-10s are sexy. They're badass. I could probably go hunt. I could probably hunt with it. It's, good defense. I don't know. I like the look of it. I don't wanna shoot anyone. Crime Think. That's what it is. Yeah. What's that, Salty Bear? Salty Bear. He's calling out the Salty Army right now. Oh, he's giving thanks to the Salty Army. All right, you heard it here. Salty Bear says thank you for supporting my channel. I really appreciate that. All right. Yeah, and then and actually at the new location, we are going to be we're going to be shooting a lot. We're going to be doing a lot of fun stuff. We're building an indoor skate park. I'm really excited about that. That's going to be dope. I'm trying to convince Tim to build a straight up like a bowl inside the house. I don't know if you've seen the new spot yet, but there's a huge like half basketball court. No, I'm not, Dakota Dad. I saw that comment. I'm not losing it. I'm having a good time here. Yo, I never had it. Someone super chatted earlier. You cannot lose what you did not have. So, I'm here for a reason. Oh my gosh, look at this. We got 2,600 likes, 2,800 concurrent viewers. I just need like 150 of you to smash that like button. Come on, smash it. Smash that like button. Come on, we're almost there. Smash the like button. Help me get to 2,800 likes. Let's get there. Yes. Oh, I see smashing. Come on, I want to see more smashing. No? I haven't lost it. I swear. All right, I'm going to jam a little song here. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear the guitar? Yeah! Woo! You guys are the best. I have the best fam out there. You guys helping me out, smashing that like button. Look, we almost got 3K. Let's make it 3K. Come on, we got 21 more. 5 more likes. 5 more likes. 3K. Come on. Come on. Yes! 3K. Salty, we did it. We did it, Salty. I'm proud of you too. Means a lot, Salty. Thank you. He's there for me, you know? Whenever I need it. You can't hear me anymore? Hold on. Can you hear me now? Yeah, you can hear me, right? Hold on, let me turn my mic up a little bit. Oh, I can't actually turn it up more. All right. Oh, let's see here. We got a couple more super chats. Mark, have Tome again says crimethink.com deep dive. Interesting. All right, maybe I'll check it out. Mark says get yourself a muffin button and a 50-inch plasma screen TV and a 50 cal anti-aircraft gun for killing vampires. Those are 3 things I didn't expect in the same the same sentence. A muffin button. I don't even know what a muffin button is, but I think I want one. Do you press the muffin button and like a muffin appears? Do you get to choose? Is there different flavors you get to pick, like the blueberry muffin or, you know, an apple cinnamon mutton? Mutton, I don't know. 50-inch plasma screen TV. I know 50 cal. Wonderful. I kind of want all 3 of those things. Philosophy 101 says you should play Getting Over It on stream. I don't know what that is, but I'll check it out. Ryan E says, I just joined right when Trumpy Bear was zoomed in and died. Did you hear that? You made someone die. His name is actually Salty Bear. Salty, he's awesome. Kush Cloud says, we love Adamcast. Yes, thank you very much. Truth Be Told 808 says, yo, first time listener and I'm hooked. Salty Bear. Yo, Salty, you have got fans out there, man. Dude, you're killing it, buddy. I'm so proud of him. This is his first time actually being on the show. Before he used to just hang out in the background, but now he's actually, hanging out with us. So it's great. But thank you, Truth. I appreciate you being here. Jedi Knight Anaquin Cringewalker says, if you can, for the next show, try doing a cover of Houses of Healing by Alan Hovarth. He died of cancer a year ago, one of the nicest people I've known. I don't know that song, but I will check it out for you when the stream ends. So after tonight, after I get off, I'm going to go over to my Twitch channel, and I'm going to be streaming games over there. So join me, Twitch TV, Adam Crigler. Really easy to find my channel. Come over there, help me grow. Let's see. Tech Epiphany says, play the American Jesus riff, please. I don't know what that one is. Philosophy 101 says, have you seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? No, I haven't seen that. Brindor Rain says, would it be wild to see you and Salty Cracker do a live stream together? He is so wound up and you are generally mellowish. I would totally love to have Salty Cracker on the show and or join Salty on his show. And the Salty Army, they're here for me. They're supporting me. Raymond says, free Kyle. Yeah, I can't believe I would love to have him on the show and talk about what this is, what this meant for you, and see or for him, the things that he's actually been through. It's crazy. Phoenix says, Muffin Button is from Dragon Ball Z, abridged. You must watch. All right, clearly I'm missing something. Justin says, you need to have Salty Cracker on your stream. Salty, if you're listening, thanks for sending your army to support. And, yeah. All right, and Salty Bear says he salutes you. He said you are the original Salt, and we appreciate you. Have Tome says, say your Twitch again, please. It is Adam Crigler. It's just my full name. So you see right here, Adam Crigler. If you just type that in on Twitch, you should be able to find my channel. It's just twitch.tv/Adam Crigler, and you can find my channel. I'll probably be playing 7 days with my buddies tonight. We usually go and play 7 days. During the weeknights. I have been playing Dark Souls a little bit when I'm solo. So I'm gonna play a song, and then we're gonna be out for the night. Oh, thank you for subbing up. I appreciate everybody. And if you can, please subscribe. Hit the subscribe button and the bell so you know when I go live. I tend to go live every weekday at 6:30 and do a random show talking about random things, and it's really good. Rusty just hit up. Oh, Rusty, I see you. Always hanging out in the Twitch chat. And Rusty just posted my. You know what? I can just do it too. Twitch.tv/Adam Crigler. There we go. I just posted it. You can find me. Mark Robertshaw says, "You're hilarious, bro. Never change, my friend." Oh, I will not. I love laughing. I want to bring laughter. I want everyone to be happy. I want people to be. That's what I want. I want optimism. I want to breathe optimism out into the interwebs if I can. If I have any say in the matter, people will get happier and more optimistic, and chill with each other and realize that everyone just wants good things for one another. I truly feel like that's the case. So let's see. Ooh, I see someone saying, Nicholas Aaron is saying, "Taking It Back." All right, you know what? I'm going to play that. I'll play that song. Superman, if he wasn't scared of green rocks, says, "If you haven't seen it, you might really enjoy Dr. Stone and the time I got reincarnated into slime. If you're taking request, The General by Dispatch seems very fitting right now." What a good song. Also kind of difficult to play. I don't know exactly how to play it, and I actually can't do covers. So yeah, I don't know how that is. I did upload a cover only for members. So if you're members, you could check out, I played Black by Pearl Jam, and I should definitely do some more covers. I feel like my members deserve some more content from me. So yeah, so I'm gonna play a song, and then I'll see you all over at Twitch. And yeah, so let's play a tune. Yeah, let's play this here tune. If I was a younger man, I'd probably make the same mistake twice. The closer the heart is, the harder it becomes to do what's right. Even through the thick and thin, secretly we want to win. Well, I'm taking it back, taking it back, taking it back. It's time to confess our sins. Whoa, before this world you've built crumbles away. I've spent some time lost in my mind, disappointed. Well, that's just the sting from expecting, and that's what you get. Oh, it's a simple sacrifice. Drop a little bit of pride. I know it's exhausting. Oh, and taking it back, taking it back, taking it back. It's time to find me. Oh, before this world you've built crumbles away. It started with cold feet, let me begin again. Hindsight's obviously the clearest option. I'm taking it back with all that I believe in. Everything happens, I won't fight the reason. You say you've learned from your mistakes, that's your experience. And then comes the day from left field, as they say, has left you in a daze. Oh, it happens all the time, a high tide of the mind, struggling for oxygen. Oh, and taking it back, taking it back, taking it back. It's time to find me. Oh, before the world you've built crumbles away. started with cold feet, let me begin again. Hindsight's obviously the clearest option. I'm taking it back with all that I believe in. Everything happens, I won't fight the reasons. All right. Hi. What are you up to?
Just figured you needed some backup vocals.
Oh, nice.
They probably didn't hear me.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, man, I saw some hilarious chat comments going on. Thank you. Thank you for the Zoe saying some good energy tonight. I appreciate that. Let's see. Free Hong Kong, have Tome says. Right on. C. Primate Jenkins says you should write a salty army anthem and add the chorus as an intro. That's fun. All right. Okay. You know what's funny? I see a lot of people talking about the UFO. I really do think I should go steal it. I might. What? You're gonna go get it right now? All right. You know what? Then I don't have to say that I'm gonna do it. That I took it. I think. There's someone's. All right. Someone's going to. I'm not gonna say who, but I think the UFO is coming. Did I get the UFO? No. Who just walked in? That was Nisha. She's joined me on the show a couple times. She's my wonderful wife. And I think, I guess I just put her on blast that she's going to steal the UFO. You know what? Who spins the UFO, huh? Who was spinning the UFO for you, huh? This guy. I spun that UFO for you. Do they even spin the UFO anymore? Do they even spin it? I got to be honest. I don't watch that show anymore. I don't even watch it. I don't watch the show anymore. Whatever. They do their own thing. And I don't know where they are, but I feel like I deserve it because I spin it for you. I spin it for you. Let me see this. Oh, I've missed you. I've missed you so much, UFO.
They left it behind, so I don't think they care.
They left it behind. Come on. Look at this. Don't you all agree that this should be on my desk? Oh my gosh, look how perfect it fits right there. I'm doing this. I'm keeping it. I have to levitate it though. Right here. Can you I got it. All right. Oh, here we go. Oh, this is actually kind of challenging. I still got the touch. Oh, now I need the little gun. You gonna go grab the gun? Look how good it fits. It matches my set. All right, I didn't do that. This is not me. I didn't make this happen. You all saw it. I've been sitting here the whole time. It magically just was handed to me, and I put it on. Yes, chat is saying it's what is that? Yes, I agree. It is where it belongs. Does this not feel right? Look, it's starting to spin of its own accord. Oh, I feel so much better. I feel like I was missing something in my life. And I don't know. It just feels right. Oh my gosh. Now this is going to feel really good. Here we go. I'm summoning. Oh, thank you. Hello there, old friend. Oh, look at this. All right, now I just want to say this is for all of you sticking with me, helping my channel grow. I love all of you guys. And ladies and gents, this spin is for you. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's so good. Oh, that's right. Right. Officially spinning the UFO. That was good, right? Oh, my gosh. That just happened. So we got a couple more super chats. Sydney says, good to see you back on. No notification still. Have fun, brother. Oh, well, I don't know why that happened. Have Tom says, Adam is a bit too whiskey. I haven't had anything today. What are you talking about? I've had fun. I've had fun today. Black Pelt of Confusion says, I'm telling Tim. Go ahead. He doesn't check his mentions anyway. JT, thanks for the super chat. Look at this. It's glorious. It's glorious. I wonder if they're going to be upset about it. They left. Whatever. I don't care. All right, look. I'm going to jump over to my Twitch channel. So thank you, everybody, for hanging out with me. And I'm glad the UFO is back where it rightfully belongs, in my possession, because I'm the spinner. I do feel great. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. I will see you tomorrow at 6:30 on this channel. And if you want, you can come join me on Twitch. I'm going to go join in, play some games with my buddies. And yeah, have a great night, everybody. And yeah, see you next time.